Hello everybody, what's up? CaptainTurbo here. And I'm just making sure we're actually live because it's been a while since I've done this with commentary, guys, so we'll see in a second. Whoops, bear with me for a moment. Yeah, we look good. As far as I can tell. It's been months since I've done a commentary stream, so it's going to be interesting. So quick heads up, guys, we are going to be playing some Euro Truck Simulator. In fact, I'm going to start a new session on this in a moment. I'll get more into that in a second. But yeah, we're currently in a new place, currently living in a new place and all that. So I am pretty sure I'm going to have to be somewhat quiet. So if my vocals sound different to what it was last time you guys saw me, then there you go, that's the reason why. Is because I'm having to be a little bit more quiet than I would have been last time I did this. Anyway, without further ado, let's get the game up and going. There is no actual... I don't think there's much music in this game, to be fair, so let's see how this goes. Just bear with me for a moment. There we go. I'm just going to move that down so I can see it. It's still working. I believe that should be fine. Oh wow, that is loud. Okay, there is game audio. I don't know why. So bear with me for a second while I sort this out. Okay, that should be a bit more manageable now. Sorry, it was blasting my ears probably as bad as it was you guys. Alright, so I haven't really put much into this at the moment. I've been playing this game a lot in like my spare time on my Steam Deck and all that. And I've really enjoyed it. It's a really good, fun, relaxing game. So what we're going to do is we're just going to play a new like career mode sort of thing. See how it goes, just have some fun and try and relax a little bit. I would have probably jumped in with Dead by Daylight, but I don't want to get straight back into that game as my first streaming session. I just want something a lot more low-key. So let's jump into this here. So we're going to just... we're not going to go with CaptainTurbo for this. We're just going to go something, again, pretty simple. CT. One second, I'll just make sure Twitch is actually working here because I'm not 100% certain. Yeah, it's working, okay. So guys, like I say, it's been a while since I streamed that wasn't quite so booty, so... picture... I just one I usually use. If I can find a way to actually upload like my avatar to this, I will eventually do that. Where's the guy I usually use? I think I saw him. There's a lot of different faces in this. Who should we be? All these guys look like they'd be on a wanted list somewhere. Actually, that's not fair. I have tempted to go with fucking John Lennon over here. Fuck it, I'll just go with my normal. Alright, for truck design, I'm not really like into the whole design of the trucks and stuff. I'll go with this one though, just for the sake of it. We're gonna go with this company logo right here. And I've actually been thinking of a name for this, so we're gonna go with... Oop, nope, no, no, no. I can't fit it. That is a shame. I was going to go with Turbo Streamline Services. Obviously because of the whole pun on stream / streamline. We'll just go with Turbo Streamline. There we go. That's better. It'll do. And we're going to create this. And from here we'll press continue career. Apparently the control thing is not coming up. 1 second, let me just make sure the controller is fully connected. I am not playing this game with a mouse and keyboard, no way. Not happening. Yeah, 1 second, the thing's not even registering. It was working 5 minutes ago, guys. And this was working yesterday when I tested it out. It apparently doesn't want to work now. Thankfully, I always have a backup. And my PC is refusing to register any controllers at the moment. Alright, there we go. We've finally got one working. Simple automatic. I'm not going to be fantastic at the game or anything like that. I'm going to change a few settings around once we actually get into the game, and I can like turn the audio down a little bit, at least the music audio. Alright, let's select our destination. I am a Sheffield guy, born and raised. I know technically it's not the best place to start, considering you have the entirety of Europe practically here. Well, a good chunk of it. But here's the thing, I've got a plan in place which I'll I'll talk about in a little bit. So we're gonna just jump into where I know best. Do you want to walk through the tutorial? I don't need to do the tutorial really. We might showcase it. I think I can still do it anyway later on, even if I say no, so we'll carry on for now. Yeah, I just want to make sure I turn down the audio a little bit. Like the game audio itself isn't too worrying. My concern is the music audio, because I don't know if any of this music is licensed or anything like that. So I just want to make sure that there's not going to be any issues with that type of thing. Alright. Alright, settings, options. Oh, there's audio, okay. Press on. Right, I'm going to turn that down to about 10%. I keep thinking I can just do it without having to fuck around. Alright, music audio. And finally turn this down to 10% as well. Everything else I'm fine with keeping, like the truck noises and all that is fine, but I just don't want to get fucked over by that, so there you go. Alright, so I know a lot of people will usually start this game out and they'll go and play for a little bit, and then eventually they'll be able to get emails and messages so you can go get a loan at the bank and stuff, so you can buy your first truck and all that. I want to not actually bother with having to get a loan, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some basic jobs, but what I'm going to do to change that up a little bit is what I'm going to do, and I'll show you right now. We're going to take a quick job somewhere, and what we'll do is, say we got the Sheffield to Birmingham job, what we'll do is any job that we get, sorry, after we finish this job, we can only get a job from Birmingham to wherever is next. So we're still kind of playing the game as if we're, you know, getting sent from one place to the next, but we can't just pick up somewhere else. If we did like a Sheffield to London, you know, we can't do from Newcastle to Southampton. No, we've got to do from London somewhere else. So you get the idea that I'm going with here. So the price, this is currently the best job offer we have, which is Sheffield to Birmingham, which actually is a decent amount of money considering the short distance and considering it's our first job. So that is the one I think we're going to go with. Let me just check one last time before we start, because I'm not going to be able to again after this. Yeah, the stream looks fine. No worries there. I actually need to just make sure I can see both chats, so bear with me for a second, because I do want to make sure I've got YouTube chat up as well. I don't think I'm getting much talking, especially on this game. You know, I don't know, because Euro Truck Simulator is pretty popular still, but I don't know for definite, so we'll see. So again, I should have had all this prepared, but it's been a while since I've done a proper stream, so there you go. I can actually pop that chat out. I can see both chat rooms now. Nice. Just on the off chance somebody does jump in. Without further ado, boys and girls, so let's jump in. Wait, I've already got a job? Well, what's my current job? Oh, it's the tutorial job, isn't it? Okay. But yeah, new layout and everything, as you can see. There's the exit. Sorry guys, I'm just making sure I've got all the controls. Oh, I don't know if I got these controls down as well. Let me check. I'm used to playing this on the same Steam Deck, and that's got a very specific control layout that I'm pretty used to at this point. Alright, so that's the wipers, is joy downwards. What's my lights? Because I always get stuck with that. Lights mode. Alright, so I just need to hold the X. Okay, so how do I... lift, drop. I don't care about cruise control, really. Wait, where's my... Okay, that's unfortunately the same button as the thing, so I'm gonna reassign that. Has anything been assigned to B? That bit, I don't know what that was. I'll have to check again in a second. Actually, I could do Y as well. I don't think that's been assigned anything. Cruise control, which I never use anyway. And I'm going to assign... Oh, I don't like the fact it's Joy 2. Oh wait, I know what... I wish I could just have it like with the Steam set up, with the Steam Deck set up ready to go. Alright, let me try this again. Steam... Alright. Let me see how this works. Starts me back. Unfortunately, it also fucks a bit with the menu, which I don't want. Ugh, Christ. I know people are probably saying, why don't you just play with the keyboard and mouse? But I hate keyboard and mouse for games like this. I really do. Is there anything I could use to... Actually, I might be able to do one thing. No, if anything is Java. Right, there we go. Now we should be okay now. I just need to wait for all this goddamn traffic to disappear. I am going to block traffic on my side though, just to clarify. Thankfully it's only a very short trip before we actually meet our destination. He's waiting to turn in here, so I am going to snap myself around. And there we go. Yeah, as you can see guys, I've changed the layout of the stream as well, so we've got a slightly different layout now, which is nice. It doesn't take up nearly as much. It actually takes up a little bit more room, but it's animated, so that's nice. Let's say I think this is my first time using this microphone as well. I'm not 100% certain. Unfortunately, this microphone also seems to be already a little bit busted, so that's not great. Also, I should point out, I don't actually drive IRL, so I'm actually going to make quite a few mistakes on the road here. Thankfully, the game is fairly... whoa, fuck. The game is fairly lenient with mistakes and whatnot, so there you go. Sorry, but I actually did have a little bit of stick drift there, which isn't great because this controller is still fairly new. Alright, we discovered a new recruitment agency. Okay, I'm already going through, so fuck that. Always remember to do your indicators, boys and girls. Alright, so I can never reverse properly in this game, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it safe. You can skip. If you can get it like with that, then go for it, but I can't do it, so we're just going to do let's play it safe, get a little bit of XP, but not a massive amount. I always have to do it from this angle, camera angle as well, because otherwise I can't do it very well. And there you go, first job done. Good start, no penalties, nothing like that, and we can move on. Just to clarify guys, this is also a bit of a test just to see how streaming and stuff goes now at the new place, so we'll not be going overly long tonight, maybe 2 hours at a push. We'll see how things go. I will make sure I don't like finish in the middle of a job or anything, so I'll make sure we at least finish off. Right, so we know we're in Sheffield, so we're going to take that trip to Birmingham, I want to say. This one's slightly more money. Yeah, we'll take this one. Sheffield to Birmingham. Also, we're going to... My first goal is to technically unlock every city here in the UK. Just because I like having it unlocked. If I'm still doing this in a few months' time and stuff, I might actually end up buying some DLC for this game. Also, I don't actually have to pick up the load we're currently taking because the game does it for you. Particularly if you're like doing jobs like this. we don't need the thing there now. I know I'm stuck in the middle of the path here, but there's literally nothing I can do there. Maybe I can move over, squeeze over a little bit more. There we go, that's nice. Lovely, lovely, lovely. But yeah, as I say, I've probably put about 80 hours or something into this game since I started playing it on my Steam Deck quite often. I picked it up during the Steam sale ages ago, and I tried it out a little bit. I enjoyed what I played, but I never really tried to learn like the ropes and stuff. And then one day I just sat down, started playing it, and didn't really want to stop. And it's just a really fun, relaxing game. And I'll be honest, guys, the move to the new place was really stressful, really taxing on my brain and stuff. And this quickly became like my sit down, play 2 or 3 hours a night occasionally, and basically saved my brain a little bit at times from over stimulation or over anxiety or anything like that. So I actually do owe this game quite a lot of respect for that. Also, I didn't realize how old this game actually is. It's from like 2012. I was surprised because the game still looks pretty nice even by 2024 standards, in my opinion. Okay, we're good. Let's make sure we get this load over to Birmingham. Make sure we get paid. I will check the email that we got earlier as well when we actually finish the job. I can check it now, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to try and stick to the rules of the road. Also, I'm technically over the limit at the moment, but if you're only like a 1 or 2, like maybe 1 to 1.5 miles per hour going over the actual speed limit, you won't usually get any kind of speeding fine. So, just be careful with that. But just keep an eye on it as well. A little bit all over the place, by the way, I know, but I can't help it. I say I'm used to playing this on the Steam Deck with a very certain feeling analog stick. Not to say that the controller is bad, it's just taking me a little bit of time getting used to after playing it on that for so long. Yeah, this is probably just going to be like my relaxing stream game occasionally. If I ever want to boot up a stream and, just have a couple hours, no stress or anything like that, and hopefully have a good time. Because here's the thing, I was initially going to maybe do this as a let's play type of thing. I did toy with the idea, but a few things came up with the whole fact that it make for enjoyment for me, but I just don't think it's going to be particularly interesting to watch an actual let's play of it. And quite honestly, where's the end game? Like, the game doesn't really have a finishing line other than maybe making like £1 million or euros or whatever. So it is what it is. So I figured, what, we'll just do these as streaming sessions instead. I saw it flash red there for a split second. A quick note as well, if anybody does message me or anything on YouTube or Twitch, I know nobody has at the moment, but if anybody does, I will respond to messages in any downtime. Basically, if I'm stuck in traffic or if we're finished with a job, then I will answer any questions or queries you may have. Also, don't worry, you're not going to necessarily be fined straight away if you're speeding. You usually do have to get caught by a speeding camera or by the police themselves. Thankfully, there's nobody else around at the moment, so we'll be fine even if we do go over the limit. But I generally tend to try and stick to the rules of the road. So most people, like I said, when they boot this game up, what they'll do is they will basically get a loan from the bank. They'll then use that loan to buy their first vehicle so they can just automatically start their business up good and proper. the problem with that is obviously you've then got the loan to pay off as well and all that. I personally just prefer to earn the money this way first, and then we can see about getting a actual vehicle later on. Obviously, you're a little bit more limited on jobs you can take at first, but he's fun enough, I still think. Also, before anybody asks, I also do have American Truck Simulator. I might eventually, at some point or another, boot it up as well. From what I see in the game, it's pretty much a carbon copy of this one, just obviously set in the States. I certainly wouldn't mind trying it out at some point, but we'll see. See how this one goes first. Considering this is the one I'm more used to at this point. Also, guys, I hope the audio is not too bad. If it needs turning up or turning down or something, just let me know. I will see to it. Actually, nobody's there, so I can't even ask. I might turn it up, though, slightly between jobs here. Yeah, gonna just slow down a little bit. Don't want to get caught speeding. Also, I know technically you would never have a mirror there on the left, especially like in the UK and stuff, but I need it to be able to play, otherwise I'm just not going to play the game very well. And how far? We're still a good ways out. We're still like 43 miles. So I want to say like 100 miles is roughly 10 minutes thereabouts, I want to say. Actually depends on where you are. If you're like on the motorway, highway, whatever you want to call it, it's usually like it's usually a bit less. But I did test it. Sorry, I did time it the other day because I was recording a little bit of this, so I had some footage, you know, for the channel anniversary retrospective videos. I just needed something I could use for like 30 to 35 minutes, and this was this was the perfect game to use for it. And I recorded like a 300 to 400 mile video in about 30 minutes. So yeah, it's roughly about 100 miles per 10 minutes. I'm getting close to that speed limit again. Yeah, I think we'll turn the audio up slightly after. Whoa, slow down. After we're done with this quest. Also, yes, I'm well aware I'm driving on the wrong side of the road to many of you folk. It's just the way I know. Listen, I actually don't drive in real life. Never been behind the wheel of a car, so I'm doing my best. But we'll see how it goes. And like I said, this is also a test to just try streaming again for the first time in a long time. So I can't remember the last commentary stream I did, to be fair. I want to say it was all the way back in like February or something. It's right at the end of September now, so... Around the corner we go. And we're actually going to get on the motorway now, by the looks of things. This thing is chugging up this hill, though. Thankfully we managed to finally get up there. Get on the Birmingham section. I just... like I said, I'm just enjoying like the experience of playing the game again, because like I said, I know it's an old game, but I still think this game looks great. I don't understand how a game from 2012 that's looks this good even on PC. It's a little befuddling. Like I said, we're not going to go overly long tonight. Let's say an hour and a half, 2 hours, and if it goes well enough, we'll do it again in the future. Very nearly crashed there. Could feel the control of the truck getting away from me. But we're actually not too far off our destination now. 6 miles out, 40 minutes away. The problem is I'm not entirely sure which lane I'm supposed to be in. We'll know when we get a little bit closer to Birmingham. I'm going to stay in this lane for now. If I need to go around the corners and stuff a little bit, I will. And there we go, we got snapped down to 30 miles per hour. Yeah, I think I'm in the correct lane, to be fair. For now. Yeah, as soon as you get into towns, you've got to basically decrease to 30 miles per hour. Which can be a pain in the ass. I can see why some people turn off, like, police interference and all that stuff. I do understand, but I kind of want a somewhat authentic experience, I guess. So we're just going to continue on with what we have. I'm going to leave the rules set as it is. Yeah, no messages at the moment. That's fine. I'd have been surprised if I'd have got anything for this anyway. And we're about to finish off our first, technically our second job, but our first real job. Looking okay. I know technically this is the wrong lane for this, but it gives us a bit of a wider berth to actually make the corner. Alright, let's see where it wants us to lay it. Oh, just up here. Okay, that's fine. And there's our first job done. Our first real job done, I should say. And did we get a level up? Ooh, not quite. Nearly, but not quite. So bear in mind, we are currently in Birmingham, so we have to take a job from Birmingham now. I'm just going to click off for a second so I can change the game audio slightly. So just bear with me for a second here. It does sound a little quiet. Hopefully you guys can hear the audio of the game a little bit better now. We'll see how we are when we actually get into the next job here. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, so we could go from Birmingham to Cardiff. 2 for Birmingham to Cardiff, actually. How long of a job is that? It's not all very long. Cambridge. Oops, not destination. I want origin. Right, so we've got Birmingham. We've got a few for Birmingham, to be fair. I'm looking also at the size of the weight here, as you can see, 12 tons. It means how basically heavy the load that you're going to be taking is. obviously we kind of chugged going up the hill with the previous one because it was a heavy load we were taking. This one would be quite heavy at 21 tons. And in fact, there's actually a few... for the sake of... No, for the difference sake, it's not going to make much difference. We'll just take the heavy stuff again and head to Cardiff next. Wait a sec, I've forgotten... What's the button for the lights again? Because I'm going to need that when it actually starts getting dark. Alright, so it's X for the lights. Alright, next job. Kind of stuck in a blind spot there with where that fencing is, but whatever. Okay, slightly off center, but I need to be able to see in the mirrors behind me as well, so... Going over the speed limit already, not great. Ooh, don't think I like this truck very much, if I'm going to be honest. Feels a little weird. Feels awkward. I prefer the previous truck we had. I think I can just about see enough of the road on the right there, so... In the right-hand mirror, I should say, so I think we'll be okay. I don't actually think I need to indicate on these, but I just kind of do it anyway. Kind of a habit. I would definitely not pass my driver's test in real life. Alright, I'm looking at the thing. It's actually quite loud once we're actually in the car, so I'm just going to turn it down again a little bit. Let me actually have a listen on the stream, because I actually do have it on my phone here. 1 second. Let me just stick my headphones in. I can maybe hear how loud or how quiet it is. Just so I've got so I've got something to compare to. So bear with me for a second, guys. Okay, it was actually fine as it was originally, so we'll carry on with that. Also, I noticed my voice is a little bit quiet. I did say there's a good chance that was going to happen, well, so apologies for that, but it is what it is. Let's jump back in, shall we? Everything sounds okay. That's all I needed to know. Right, so we're heading to Cardiff, so we'll switch lanes. Got a bit of a long drive this time. Also carrying a very heavy load here at 21 tons. Oh wait, I need to actually get off on this next... Bandona. Okay, I'm gonna let this car pass me. Okay, I'm trying to follow the signs and it basically tries to fuck me over. Sounds about right. I know I'm way out of the line here, but whatever. Look, it's not like you actually have to worry about me being on the motorway, is it? It's not like I'm gonna accidentally crash into any of you guys. One other good thing actually about doing it this way is I don't really have to worry about stations and stuff, unless I unlock for longer journeys and all that. I also usually don't. Your character also usually doesn't get tired quick enough for this to be a problem later on, so that's nice as well. Well, I'm giving this truck all it's got, and it's not really going above 56 at the moment, which is fine considering that I don't really want to go above that. Oh, something I forgot to do. I forgot to check the email. I did promise we'd do it after the last thing finished, so there you go. Okay, to whom we're concerned, we are looking for skilled drivers. We offer competitive rates up to 5,100 for a job. Please, if you have your own vehicle, inquire directly at our dock in Birmingham. Need money? We can help, and that's where you get the loan offer. Used trucks for sale. Pretty much what it sounds like. You can get trucks for roughly around 30,000. I want to say. Brand new trucks for sale as well, but we're not going to be getting a brand new truck. When we do actually get a truck, it'll be an old banger probably. But I'm not actually going to buy a truck, I think, until I've got about 50,000. Just so if it does break down or anything, I've got a little bit of money to fall back on and I can afford to get it fixed if necessary. Technically, I know it's not the most optimal way of playing the game, but it's the way I'm going to play it, so. Ooh, we're over the speed limit. Got some work getting done on the side of the road here. One of the other reasons I'm not actually not playing Dead by Daylight is, other than obviously like this just been a very much a wind down and enjoy the game. Uh, DBD's been a nightmare recently with trollish, a lot of trolling survivors who are just like getting into games, disconnecting, uh, or basically just trying to make the games as miserable as possible for everybody. Thinking they're funny and all that. I don't know. At the moment, I've just kind of been kind of done with DVD for a little bit of time now. Please let me get in here. Thank you. I'm just gonna follow the sat nav. If I end up in a river, I'm blaming the machine. Well, technically, it keeps telling me to go that way for Cardiff, but the sat nav is telling me to go this way towards Swansea. And there is a sign there that says Cardiff/Swansea, so. I bow down to my AI overlords, I should say. But yeah, sorry, I know I keep pausing, guys. I keep checking things. I just want to make sure I've got all the settings right. It's been so long that I just not 100% certain I've got everything absolutely correct here. Let me just check the sounds real fast. I'm going to turn my microphone up to about 65. Hopefully that'll be a little bit better. Again, this is like more of a test for like the stream and all that, because like I say, it's been a while since we did one, so I can turn the gain up on my microphone, but unfortunately I've got to have some background noise to like block out my commentary and stuff. So oh crap, how do I unpause? Okay, there we go. So if you pick it up in the background, I apologize for that. Again, nothing I can really do. This is basically the price of living in a flat area now. Okay, the area is a lot nicer, but the space is a lot smaller, and unfortunately there is the neighbors upstairs to take into account. You know, so getting hyperactive or, you know, loud is just completely out of the question now, so it's the way it's gotta be for the time being. Yeah, I have toyed with the idea of the DLC just because I really enjoy, you know, getting to, you know, see Europe, even if it is through the eyes of a video game, with a very, we'll call it Lego set size in terms of representation, because obviously England a lot bigger than this, but I don't know, I've just really enjoyed the game, and I have toyed with the idea of the DLC, but I really don't want to pay a lot for DLC. Like, I might have a look when the next sale comes around and stuff, if I can get a couple of new countries and stuff for cheap enough price, and I'll definitely look into it. Maybe the same with the American Truck Simulator as well. Thankfully don't need any petrol or anything like that, so we can just carry on. We should have more than enough to actually reach our destination. I want to overtake. This could be bad. Oh, Turbo, why did you do this? Oh, I'm lucky I did it then. I usually don't overtake, to be perfectly honest, but I didn't want to be stuck behind that guy for the entirety of the journey. I already can't see him in my left hand screen there. So we're passing the city at the moment. I don't think this is Cardiff though. I'm pretty sure we're still a decent ways away. This might be Swansea actually. Oh no, this might be Cardiff. I might just have to do... No, it can't be Cardiff, because Cardiff... I'm still well over an hour and a half away from my destination. $59 miles left. And my foot is killing me. Do you know what? I think if I'd have ever gotten over my, not my social anxiety, but my agoraphobia, and if I'd have learned to drive, I actually think I'd have done okay. Like, I'd have actually been okay if I'd have taken this on as an actual career, because it's a good place for some solace. You know, as long as you keep your focus on driving, you'd be perfectly fine. And now you get to see some beautiful sights. Obviously, there's the crippling loneliness and the driver arm, the stress, and all that to worry about as well, but the actual light mechanics of the job, I actually think I would have enjoyed it. I haven't even got my foot on the pedal. And I'm going 48, so you're definitely over the speed limit there. In case anybody's wondering, you can actually check where on the map you are if you press select as well, which is pretty neat. Because sometimes you'll come across like barricades and stuff where you just can't get around. So you'll have to plan out an alternate route. It doesn't happen very often. In fact, you can change how often it happens from like 0 to 100% at a time. I usually just have it set around the basic 30 mark, so that means you might get the occasional helicopter crash or car collision, or somebody's getting stopped for a speeding ticket, so everybody's got to walk, go around them, stuff like that, which adds to the authenticity of the experience, I guess, which is nice. It looks like we're getting stopped at train tracks here. Actually, speaking of which, I did look into maybe getting one of the train simulators. I actually have one on Epic Store. When I because I bought it when, well, I didn't buy it. I got it during like the free gift period. I wish there was a train simulator that was like Euro Truck Simulator, though, in terms of how it, not so much how it plays, but just so kind of how it works. A lot of the train simulator stuff I've looked into are both more in depth but less simmy, if that makes sense. I don't know, just less enjoyable in my eyes. Not too far to go now. 33 miles. Less than an hour on the clock. Yeah, I guess I could talk a little bit about the channel as well. Obviously, with the new us being in the new place, I have no idea how like Let's Plays and stuff are going to work now. It's probably going to be if I've got the the flat to myself during the day, I might record something, but that is rarely going to happen. So yeah, the Let's Plays for the time being are definitely on hiatus. But to be fair, the backlog's so large, you guys probably won't even notice it. So I've got to find the sweet spot when it comes to recording audio, because, like I said, the feedback in the microphone is not great considering the setup I currently got. I don't really know how to change it. I might have to actually look into getting Audacity so I can scrub that shit out when it comes to editing. I don't know, I'll have to look into stuff later on. It's not a massive deal anyway, just giving you guys an update. Okay, you probably look on the thing here. Oh, you motherfucker. No, you go first. Go on. If it had come around the corner like, well, if he'd come over the hill like 2 seconds later, I could have gone through before him, but I had to waste my time, didn't you? So yeah, a quick explanation of what you're seeing, like in the bottom left there. That gives you your map and all that. Above it, you can see what gear we're on. If you can see a small yellow bar, that is currently like our petrol gauge. We're currently about half, well, just under half empty at the moment. The one next to that, as soon as that fills up blue, it means you need to go rest at a rest stop, or somewhere that you can actually rest. Also, the one next to that is your email, and then time of the day and day and all that. And underneath it'll give you your current currency, which I just realised is in euros. I want to switch that to Great British Pounds just because that's what I'm used to. So let me just change that real fast because I didn't realise I hadn't. Okay, it might not be there. Interface. Yeah, okay. GBP. There we go. So currently we have 4,113 pounds to our names. Like I said, I want to get up to 50,000 before we even think of buying a truck. So got a long way to go before we reach that, but we'll get there eventually. Gotta keep an eye on the speed limit. I know technically I could do like cruise control and all that, but I don't really want to do that. I want to actually play the game if I'm going to play the game, you know. See, for a small amount of time that it shoots up and down between 50 and 30. It always does it whenever you're close to a city. I don't know if that's a realistic thing or not. I have no idea. Anyway, we're currently in Cardiff. We've almost reached our destination as well. Which I believe is, oh, yep, I can see the marker. Nobody behind me, so I can at least use a little bit more of the road asset there. Right, where does it want it? Over there, not a problem. Turning from this angle is no problem. I just when I've got to do it like from the actual driver's seat is where I have an issue. And that is another job well done. And that will actually be our first level up as well. And nearly halfway to our second as well. Alright, so when you level up, you can upgrade one of these. You can upgrade basically, you know, your ability to, you know, do different things like this will be like acids and explosives and stuff like that. Long distance, basically what it sounds like. You get greater distance for your, you know, your actual, you'll get more experience for completing longer travels. You'll also have more jobs come open to you the further you go. So at the moment I can only really go to a couple 100 miles, like 200 miles roughly. High value cargo and all that, pretty much the same thing. I actually like getting the first long distance one out of the way first, just so you know I can get a little bit longer travels. So that's what we're going to get first. We'll also get a higher 25 plus experience bonus for deliveries over 155 miles, which is nice, obviously, considering that we can go from one of the country to the other. Abayomi, hello there. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Hope you're having a nice day. Alright, so we're currently in Cardiff, so obviously we still don't have our own thing yet, so we're going to look for a job in Cardiff. Alright. I love. To be honest, this is the only truck simulator I've ever played. This is an American truck simulator, but I've only got like half an hour in that just because I mainly put my time into this one. Um, didn't like the data usage. I'm sorry to hear that. From Nigeria. I see. Well, hello there from Nigeria. I'm guessing it must be middle of the night for you as well, actually, now that I think about it. Alright, so where are we going to go next? Where haven't we been yet? We haven't been to Swansea, which isn't actually that far away. That'd actually be a pretty simple trip. We could go to Southampton. You know, I don't want... It's not going to be a great deal of money. But I want to take the trip to Swansea. We'll see how this one goes. Alright, roads are empty. We can take our trip. Oops, accidentally hit it. Again, I actually do not drive in real life. I've never been behind the wheel, so if I make any mistakes on the road, yeah, don't be surprised. Okay, I've already gone, so screw it. Yeah, Euro Truck Simulator for such an old game has really nice graphics, considering it's well over 10 years old at this point, I believe, so... Yeah, I can't disagree with you there. Oh, are you talking about the Ultimate one? I genuinely don't know. I genuinely do think this game still looks great. It's the car in front of me. Please move your vehicle. I've got to remember, I'm not actually out of the city yet. I can't go higher than 30. Kind of pushing my luck there with the at 31. I actually need to be in the other lane as well, don't I? Okay, we can switch over. There's nobody behind me. I should be out of the city soon, so we'll be able to start going a bit faster. Thankfully, like I say, it's not a long trip, so we haven't really got to worry about that. I think I'll make our next trip a fairly long one, though, just so we can actually take advantage of the upgrade we just got. I just wanted to make sure I got Swansea off the tick list, because I haven't actually been here yet. And waiting in traffic. If there's one thing us British are good at, it is queuing in line. But yeah, I say, this will just be like my chill out stream sessions. Obviously, I'll eventually play some more Dead by Daylight on stream as well, but I just wanted something simple, calming, relaxing to enjoy tonight. And I figured an hour or two of Euro Truck could probably be the perfect receipt to that. I do need to check like the stream afterwards though, because I need to see what the audio balancing sounds like. Like I say, I can actually do this in a different camera view, all these different camera views. I just prefer the one actually in the driver's seat. It's just what I prefer. Obviously, I use the other one for parking, but that's the only time I use it. Okay, get back onto the main road here. It's like my mom's old car. The yellow banana. Oh, crap, I'm all over the road. I was trying to look out the window there. It's actually a really nice view. But I can't take my eyes off the road. Gotta remember that. I'd like to try and keep a clean slate for not breaking the law as long as I can. I actually do need to turn off here. It looks like we're heading this way this time. And our destination is actually not that far away, but then again, this was a pretty short job. I say the only reason I came here is because I actually remember when I was playing on my other file, it actually took me a while before I could find a job for Swansea, so. Yep, I had to slow down. I think I'm in the right lane as well. Again, I think. Yeah, because we gotta take a left here. And it's going to be another left. And I'm just going to use a little bit of the road here so I can actually make the turn in. Let's get this. So you can get that little bit of VXP boost towards the end. And there we go. Another job done. Not much EXP there, but it is what it is. Alright, so we're currently in Swansea. I'm going to look into doing a somewhat longer quest this time if I can. So Swansea to Manchester, that wouldn't be too bad. Oh, it's the only one I can really do is a Swansea to Manchester job here. This one actually pays out quite a bit more, to be fair. Are we taking tractors? Yeah, okay, we'll do this one then. We haven't been to Manchester yet either. Oops. Wrong button. So, longer trip, we will actually get an EXP boost at the end of this because this is over 155 miles, so that's nice. So we will actually probably hit level 3. And the cows in the field there. I see the tractor on the back of our truck here, which is pretty nice. Oh, isn't that a nice countryside home? Actually, there's a lot of houses like that here in the UK. Actually, some very close to where we live. In fact, there's a few right across the road. Well, close enough. Not one-to-one the same, though. I've got to hope somebody will be kind enough to let me in. I'm going after this car regardless. I should actually probably look how long the job lasts. Alright, so I've got to be there within, well, just under 10 hours. Thankfully, the job is going to take less than half of that, so... And once again, I need to switch lanes, so we'll just quickly go over to this side since there's nobody behind us on this side. Which is nice. Unfortunately, I am carrying a very heavy truck up a pretty steep hill. Kind of almost fucked that up there, but we managed to get around it. That is slightly better. I can finally see most of the screen now. Some of the trucks I don't like where the windows are located on. It's just really hard to see unless you're willing to move the camera over. But that kind of off centers where the steering wheel is, which feels a little bit strange. But if I leave it here long enough, I will get accustomed to the actual feel of it. So. Alright, he's gonna let me in, thankfully. And off we go. Also, another reason I don't want to go over long tonight is I actually do want to get something to eat as well. I'm actually getting pretty hungry, so... And like I said, this was a test to come back, especially after months and months of being away without doing a commentary stream. To be fair, outside of like the achievement hunting stuff, where I don't do commentary anyway, the last even semi-normal stream I did was on my birthday back on the 20th of August, so... and that was basically just a compilation of extra footage I had, so it's been actually a long while since I've done a normal stream period. Alright, gotta click down to 30 now. Oh. Unfortunately, my horn is on my my left trigger. Sorry, my left analog pressed down, and I kind of pushed down a little too hard there. I may have to change that. hopefully we can get out of this little town soon, and we can actually get back on the open road, on the open motorway, so we can go like 60. Actually, we can go 50 now, so we can speed up again. So what I might do is after this, as soon as we get to Manchester, see if I can get a quick job from Manchester to Sheffield, and we'll call it there. If not, we'll just call it at the end of this one. Because by the time we get there, it's going to take us a while to get there still yet. We're still 160 miles away. But yeah, like I said, I probably will also occasionally switch up and do American Truck Simulator as well. But I know this one better, so I just wanted to make this like the first one. And I'm really sad I couldn't fit in the full company name I wanted, but it is what it is. Just getting a bit more of the mirror there on the right side. Just so we can see. Unfortunately, this is what happens when you're carrying heavy loads is... Well, to be fair, the tractor's actually not that heavy. It's like 11 tons, which is a lot, obviously, to normal people. But like the last job we had was like a 21-ton job, and that wasn't nearly as long. But I'm guessing it's because this truck isn't nearly as powerful as the previous one as well. So, it might be a slightly lighter load than the last one, but it's also a less powerful truck. So that's also things you got to take into account. Unfortunately, I don't agree with this being a full simulation though, because it's not rained once yet in the game, and with how bad it's been here in the UK, the weather recently, well, actually all year for the most part, it should be raining a lot more than it is. I haven't used my window wipers once yet. Which I actually can't remember what button it's for, so something else I'm going to have to look up if it does start raining again. That guy's playing Truck Simulator over there. And that guy's had a pretty bad crash. So, as I was saying earlier, I was originally going to do this concept as like a Let's Play type of thing, and something I was going to do was, to combat any like downtime. What I was going to do was edit in like audio from other video games. So I was going to like edit in the radio chatterbox from like GTA 3 and stuff, so you get to hear like Laszlo and stuff, and do the same for like other like games like that, so I'd have some kind of radio thing to listen to, because I don't obviously want to listen to the music just because, well, obviously it'll all be copyrighted, and the same for real life like podcasts and stuff. It was an idea I had. Obviously I didn't end up going with it because I decided to not do the Let's Play, but definitely should come up with something to alleviate like the downtime. But then again, I think you can just enjoy the ride, to be fair. Just enjoy a nice drive. Okay, slow down slightly. We're fine still, no worries. Haven't had a single fine yet from the police, which is nice. So I can't remember if that puts on my full headlights or my half beam thing. Okay, we actually managed to avoid the train there, just. I think it's... I'm gonna go with 1 for now. I can't remember if I have to do it once or twice to get the full head beam. And considering it is now night time, I don't want to get caught without it. Because that will be a fine. If I do get fined for the first time in this game, it will be because of the headlights. Not seen any messages. I mean, I hope you've had a nice visit, if you're still here. If not, thank you for stopping by, at least. Yep, okay, I did fuck it up. There's your first fine. Hopefully I don't get too many of those, so I do need on the second beamer. Okay. It's only £52 though, I can happily put up with that. And hopefully there won't be too many of those. The thing with driving games is I actually become fairly decent at them pretty quick. Like, it's the only genre of game I think where I can pick it up and play it, and I'm usually really good right off the get-go. Or at least good enough right out the get-go. It's just a shame that most driving games kind of bore me. I'll play one every so often, but I don't know, I've just never been massively into them. I don't even know why I'm into this, to be fair. I just find it so relaxing, and I don't know, I said it's just relaxing to me, so... Alright, so we need to slow our ass down a little bit here. It's got some work getting done. We've got a traffic jam sort of going on. Thankfully we're going to be able to avoid most of it. Even in game you can't avoid people digging up the roads. Still stuck at 30. Alright, we can finally speed up a little. Oh no, we gotta go back down to 30. Did that thing again where you get like 60 for like a second or two and then it goes straight back down to 30. Alright, we can nearly start speeding up again here. And now. Sorry guys, was just checking the chat. Ooh. Hope the police didn't see me checking the chat there. Actually, let me just pause for a second so I can get it. I've accidentally knocked it off. There we go, it's back. I think my headlights are on, so we're fine with that. It's better when you're like driving in the middle of the night, because at this point in the day, like 9:15 at night, it's still a little too bright out to be able to see if your lights are having any effect. Yeah, I'm looking at the time here. We'll probably do one small job afterwards just to get back to Sheffield if we can. I don't know why, I just like finishing off in certain locations, and obviously home turf is home turf. Excuse me. I am a little bit worried that I need to get into the other lane here. Okay, I am technically in the wrong lane, but I just need to get over to the middle section. Alright, so the police wants to play chicken with me. Okay, no problem. Yeah, okay, I'm looking at my lights here. It definitely looks like they're on, so... And I would have gotten more than one fine if they weren't on now, so... Okay, so... To clarify in the future, I do need to press it twice. Yeah, it's twice, okay. Just making sure. Okay, there's the rate I need to check, because I forgot what the control was for it. Option... wipers. Oh, it's just joy down. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, this feels more British now. Absolutely pelting it down with rain. Something almost serene about this still. Sunset. Quietly in the truck. Ooh, thunder and lightning as well. With a bunch of rain coming down on my windscreen. Ooh, do you know what? I think this may be one of the few times we've actually had lightning in the game. I don't know if I've had it before. It's actually really neat. Not too far off our destination as well at this point, which is nice. Should probably be there roughly just after 11 PM. Alright, these corners generally tend to be a pain in the ass for me. Especially when there's a lot of traffic on it. Once again, not certain if I'm in the right lane or not. If not, I'll try and move over to the other side. We'll know as soon as we get closer to Manchester, though. Yeah, I think I may be... I don't know, actually. I may even want to go over to the left. Yeah, I'm thinking I need to go left. Yep, okay, there I see it on Manchester. See it on the sign. Oh! Crap! Okay, that is my own fault. For not paying full attention to what I was doing. I've got to start looking over at chat. I can look over once I'm done and I need to switch the horn button as well. I keep knocking it. Completely my own fault there. Just wasn't thinking what I was doing. Yeah, I'll just look at chat after I'm done with this job. Because I'm probably already going to get a little bit of a penalty for crashing the truck. Alright, Manchester has been discovered. Well, I hope they don't mind their tractor a little bit dinked up. Hopefully they'll forgive me for that. I shouldn't have looked over at chat though, to be fair. Especially when it's dark and it's raining and I need to make a turn. Might not actually make it to level 3 now though because of that accident. Just gotta get to the end of this street now then, haven't we? And obviously take the roundabout as well, but that's neither here nor there. And we have reached our destination, finally. Get a little bit worried there. Yeah, we can try and get some EXP to make up for the screw up we had. It could have been a lot worse. I'll say that much. Okay, we made it to level 3. Good. So for level 3, I will Important deliveries unlocked. 3% higher reward for finishing important delivery. Experience bonus for finishing important delivery. We'll take that actually, yeah. We are going to do one last quick job though before we finish off for the night. So we're in Manchester, and we want to try and get back to Sheffield if we can to finish the session off. Unfortunately, we can't, so we'll go Manchester somewhere else. Amsterdam way too far. Newcastle is probably also too far. Actually, it's not too bad. Looking at it. Now we'll save like beyond UK travel for another stream. So it looks like it will be Newcastle to Manchester, Newcastle then. Slightly longer than I wanted, but it'll be fine. Where's the exit from this place, by the way? Oh, is this... Alright. There we go. Beamers are on. Nice. Slightly longer than I wanted, but we'll do this last job for today. Alright, back on the road one last time tonight. And we get to have a night drive to end things off as well. Isn't that lovely? A little bit of rain on our screen there. I think we've got it all now. It's not like it's actually raining anymore, so... Yes, it's been an extremely chill, laid-back session tonight. Can't complain too much other than the previous one where I accidentally crashed the goddamn truck, but whatever. So yeah, I guess a few things I can talk about. Obviously, the 11th year anniversary video will be going up on the 11th of November. So that's not too far away. That'll explain most of what's going to be happening over the course of the next 12 months. I'll also be... I've technically already... Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong lane. Shit. Thankfully, nobody on the other side. I'm also going to be updating a video for the Cyber Sports Center channel as well. So that'll be coming in like the last couple days of the year to explain what's going to be happening over the course of the next 12 months as well, for the most part. And yeah, that's about it. To be fair, the achievement hunting streams will continue on as they are. So early next week, like even as early as tomorrow, to be fair, we might end up doing another achievement hunting session. Please let me converge. Thank you. Alright, Newcastle. I'm going to stay in the middle lane just for now, because I don't think it's really going to matter. If it does later, I can always turn off somewhere. Are we for petrol? We should be able to make the journey, no problem. The one thing I will say, I think, is one of the reasons I don't like doing the early game this way is because you're energy resets between jobs essentially. So you know, it's kind of a cop out for that, but I actually do like the way I've done it. So like, I can't go get a job somewhere else. I've got to get a job at Manchester because that's my previous job finished off there. So you get the idea. Eventually, when we actually do get our own truck, though, that will be basically the default way to play anyway. So. Oh, something I should point out. I was actually going to leave this till the end of the session as well. The Pokemon Pokedex Challenge sessions, I think I've lost the save file for Pokemon Crystal. So if I can't find it, I'm going to have to scrap that entire project again. If I can find it, then we'll continue on with it at some point. If I can't, then, well, you know why there's been no session. It's because I can't find the save file. I don't really want to play through the entire game to the point I was at again. But fingers crossed, I might be able to find it. It's just a lovely late night drive. Unfortunately, I don't think the distance was long enough for me to get the 155 bonus EXP thing, but it's okay. A job's a job at the end of the day. It's just a chill, relax session. Newcastle. Yep, I need to get into this lane over here. And so we will eventually journey out of the UK. I just want to like get the early game here done first, though. Especially our first session as well. Next time I might end things like in that other area. And ooh, this is. Alright, so we got a problem here. Alright, so technically I'm not supposed to take that turn there, so I would have to take this trip around here. So I'm going to showcase something just this one time, just because it's the first session, and because I know you guys aren't going to fucking squeal on me. You can still technically take these pass around and stuff, and you don't get, as long as you don't like crash into the police car or whatever, or the crime scene, whatever's going on, you'll never be reprimanded for it. So as long as I can avoid hitting this here. I think we should be alright now. Now, I'm going to point this out. I'm never going to do that again. If I need to go and take a different path, I will take a different path. But I did want to showcase that you can do that. And you won't get any type of fine. You won't get any drawback from doing it, or anything like that. Alright, be careful there, because that is a helicopter. And the funny thing is, eventually cars will start appearing behind us again. And I don't just mean police cars either, I mean just normal traffic. But yeah, we would have had to take a massive detour there if we hadn't done it. Oh, we're still on the right way to Newcastle at the moment. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think there may be a car actually a little bit behind us. I think I can kind of see its headlights. Might be seeing things, but I'm not sure. One of the other reasons I also want to get I can see one now for definite, is just the fact that I know I'm going to be stopping the stream soon, so And apparently this car behind me did this, pull the same shit I did. We haven't done bad though. You know, we started the session, well, basically the career with no money. We're currently at £14,000 at the moment, which is nice. And we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. And by the looks of it, it'll be pushing like 4 AM by the time we actually reach Newcastle, I want to say. Oh, crap. My controller did judder a little bit there. Heading down the road. I'm sorry if my commentary is also really off-putting, guys. I've not done this for a while, so definitely need to get back into the groove. I also need to listen to the playback and after I'm done, just to make sure audio was good. Because I'm pretty sure my voice is probably still a little bit quiet. I don't know, though, which is the problem. I think, have we got a 50-mile/hour limit coming up? No, we can still go 60. Why is everybody slowing down then? Again, I'm hoping I'm in the right lane. Every time I put my foot on the pedal, though, it sounds like a pneumatic drill or something. Less than an hour to our destination. Actually, it's not even, probably just going to be slightly after 3 AM by the time we get there. Maybe 3:30 if we get really fucked over with traffic. Oh, slow things down a little bit. Oh, not my mouse. Didn't mean to do that. Hope you guys have had a pleasant summer anyway, wherever you are, wherever you live. Whatever lifestyle you have. Hope it's been a nice summer. Or winter, actually, if you're on the in the southern hemisphere. I know it's been cooling down rapidly here, but we didn't really get much of a summer, to be fair. It's been a very wet year over here. And thankfully, I don't like the sun anyway, but it's been surprisingly wet and cold this year. Right, I need to get into the other lane, I think. Oh, actually, no, 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 I was in the right lane, never mind. I can see I need to take a turn off. There is definitely a little bit of congestion somewhere on this motorway. And I was looking at the time wrong. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, that's the estimated time it'll take for us to get there, isn't it? Never mind. The top right one in the bottom left is actually, wait, it says 1:43. That's the current in-game time. 2:09 is like our estimated time to arrive, I should say. So yeah, I got it wrong. I was looking at the opposite way. I thought it was the other one that was the current in-game time. I should point out, although I have been playing this game a lot in recent months, I haven't actually played it in a couple of weeks at this point, so yeah. Kind of lost track of where everything is. That's a lovely skyline over there, isn't it? Especially in the dark. Alright, getting close to Newcastle now. We'll probably see the sign saying we've entered it soon. And I want to say I'm in the right area. If I'm not, I can always like get to a roundabout or something, hopefully. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm in the right lane. And Newcastle upon Tyne has been discovered. Nice. Another city down. Okay, we're alright. Okay, I need to turn here. Thankfully nothing on the other side of the road. And let's see if we can drop this thing off. Where'd you want it? Just ahead, actually. Yeah, that is another job. Well done. Ugh. Didn't quite reach level 3, but that's okay. And let's take a quick look at our career progress, shall we, before we end things off. We've had one penalty, which was for the headlights, but that is my fault because I didn't realise how much I needed to... I didn't realise how many times I had to press the button to get the lights to come on. We've done 6 deliveries today, which isn't bad at all. And we've explored 2% of the map. Yeah, guys, I think we're going to call it there, to be fair, for the night. As I mentioned before, like these won't be too often. This just happened to be a one-off thing I'm doing tonight, just so I could like see what it'd be like to stream again now, for the first time in a long while. And potentially I can look into doing like my Let's Play stuff and all that again later in the future. I think it went well enough that I can probably do like these like low-key relaxing streams and stuff, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do anything other than that. But we'll see what happens. You know, we'll see how things go moving forward. As I said, there should be a stream either tomorrow night or probably the day, or maybe the day after. It is another achievement hunting session. Obviously, those don't have commentary though, so don't worry about that. But yeah, thankfully, there is stuff coming up next week regardless. So there you go. Once again, thank you to. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing this. Abayomi. Thank you for joining and stopping by. Hopefully, you get back into your truck simulator instead of playing what you consider to be a poor game with Truck Simulator Ultimate. I don't know. I've never played it. Other than that, thank you very much for watching, boys and girls. And until next time, sayonara.